Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. I'm JP and this is Good Talk HQ. In today's episode, we'll take another look at some of the best deals that you can find on the eShop right now, all at a great price. Then as always, I'll recap some of the deals that are still on sale at the end of the video. If you've been here before, thank you as always. We appreciate all of the love and support. And if this is your first time here, thanks for checking out the video. If you have a good time or we help you save a few dollars, please consider joining our family as well. We'd absolutely love to welcome you into our community. Either way though, please stay safe out there and enjoy the video. Alright, let's start off today's list with Alwa's Legacy. This is a single player 2D platformer from Elden Pixels with a main story that will last roughly 10 hours. This is a sequel to Alwa's Awakening, which was featured in the last under $5 episode here on the channel. Now with Alwa's Legacy, this is a modern retro game full of dangerous dungeons, magical items, and ancient secrets. This time around, the game has placed a heavier emphasis on exploration and customized options in this new non-linear style of gameplay. The game is absolutely beautiful to look at and listen to. I love this series and I think both games are worth buying, but right now you can get Alwa's Legacy on sale marked down 30% until September 21st for just $8.99. Next we have Vigil, The Longest Night. This is a single-player 2D action RPG with a precision-based combat system and a strong narrative. The game was heavily inspired by games like Salt and Sanctuary and Castlevania, but we play as a young girl named Layla on her quest to save her hometown from a creeping evil infesting the surrounding countryside. The game features multiple weapon types, rich culture-based lore, a complex skill tree, brutal enemies, and one of the most gorgeous art styles I've seen on any game in a long time. The boss battles though, they were a particular highlight and they were gruesome and amazing. There are even multiple endings, so if you're interested, give this one a look before the sale ends on September 20th. It's marked down 40% to an all-time low of just $13.19. Up next we have Call of Juarez, the Gunslinger edition. This is a single-player arcade-style FPS from publisher Techland and offers roughly 5 to 7 hours of main story gameplay. In this one, players will assume the role of the ruthless bounty hunter on the trail of the West's most notorious outlaws. The main story itself is full of memorable moments and tells the untold truth of some of the greatest legends of the Old West. The game features gorgeous open worlds with beautiful sights and wildlife to make the world really feel alive. The Switch version even added motion controls and HD rumble, which is always nice when you get some console exclusive editions. If you're interested in Call of Juarez, make sure to grab it up before the sale ends on September 21st. It's marked down 50% to just $9.99. I love a good platformer, and up next we have 3000 Duel. This is a single-player action-adventure game from publisher Neo Popcorn and will take players roughly 12 hours or so to wrap up. In this one, players will explore over 300 interconnected biomes with more than 150 different enemy types, including the epic boss battles. Now this is at its core Metroidvania, but one thing I will say is the controls don't really feel as tight as something like Blasphemous or Hollow Knight, and the combat is a bit slower. The story itself is engaging and dark and does enough to keep you gripped throughout the entire runtime. If you want a solid Metroidvania with a decent upgrade system and a solid story, make sure to grab this one up before September 16th, marked down 60% to just $5.99. The Trine Ultimate Collection is one of the best values on the list, as you'll get 4 complete games and each one of them is worth a playthrough at least once. These are adventure-style platformers available for up to 4 players and each has a substantial story that will last 5 hours or more. In the first 3 games, players will discover, learn to understand, and seek to control the powers bestowed upon them by Trine. And in the newest entry, Trine 4, players will face off against their toughest challenge yet, as you set out to confront a troubled young wizard, Prince Celius. It will be up to the group of adventurers to put an end to his suffering before he consumes the world in chaos. While Trine 4 is the standout, all of the games in the collection deserve a playthrough, as I said, at least once. So if you're interested in the Ultimate Collection, make sure to grab it up before the sale ends on September 14th. It's marked down 80% to an all-time low of just $9.99. Next up we have Tanuki Justice. This is an action platformer from No Gravity Games and is available for 1 or 2 players in local co-op with a main story that will only last maybe 2 hours or so, but it's a great time and has plenty of replayability. Now this is a great platformer set in Japan with absolutely amazing pixel art graphics. The boss battles are a particular highlight once again for us, and each character model and animation works absolutely great, and it's amazing to look at on the Switch. This is one of those games that's great to pick up for like 15 or 30 minutes at a time and put it down maybe before bed or during a break. Each level is varied, both in detail, scenery, and enemy type, and while some have rehashes, each level introduces something new. The controls were great as well, and they offer a lock-on feature, which I always love in these type of games. If you're interested in Tanuki Justice, make sure to check it out before the sale ends on September 25th. It's marked down 50% to just $7.49. Alright shoot 'em up fans, these next 2 are for us. Let's start with Rigid Force Redux. This is a single-player arcade-style shoot-'em-up from Head Up Games with a main story that should last roughly 5 or 6 hours to wrap up. In this side-scrolling shooter featuring handcrafted 3D models, gorgeous environments, and an exciting soundtrack, players will have to confront and battle against swarms of enemies, gunships, mechs, and even giant aliens. But regardless of size, each enemy is deadly and requires planned attacks. Now if you finish up the main story or you'd rather forego it altogether, there are even some other game modes that you could check out. For us, the boss rush mode was the best as the boss battles are really fun. If you're looking for a solid side-scrolling shooter, make sure to check this one out before the sale ends on September 28th. It's marked down 50% to just $9.99. Alright, next we have another single-player shooter, this time from Rockfish Games, Everspace Stellar Edition. This one has a main story that will last players more than 30 hours and features some gorgeous 3D graphics. The game also features an ever-changing universe to explore that's full of surprises. The story is captivating with some cool characters to meet throughout, and in this version we even get all of the DLC, which adds even more value and brings new ships to fly, new quests to complete, and new items to find. I also personally really enjoyed the crafting system as I thought it was implemented really well into the game. Now with this purchase they also decided to throw in a few bonus items, so make sure to check it out if you're interested before the sale ends on September 14th. It's marked down 50% to just $19.93. Cris Tales was a big release earlier this year, and now it's on sale. It's a single-player Japanese RPG from Modus Games with a main story that will clock in around 25 to 30 hours. In this one, players will experience past, present, and future simultaneously in this indie love letter to JRPGs. Players will be able to alter time and watch its effects almost instantaneously, and they use it throughout the game in so many clever ways. Now the game does feature turn-based combat, as you would expect, but they added some mechanics to make it feel more engaging and a bit more like the action RPGs you might see out now. The story itself was top-notch and the voice acting was some of the best that I've heard in a long time. This really is a fun game and has a lot of value while it's on sale, so if you're interested, make sure to check it out before September 14th. It's currently marked down 20% to just $31.99. Next up we have Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. This is another one of our personal recommendations. It's a single-player 2D platformer from FDG Entertainment and offers again more than 20 hours of main story gameplay. The controls, the animations, the soundtrack, everything in this game is top-notch, and it's always a fan favorite when they put it on sale. Now of course the most unique feature of the gameplay is the ability to switch between the 6 forms, each with their own playstyle and skill sets. The developers once again did a great job of implementing this with all of the obstacles and puzzles that you'll have to overcome through each one of the levels. If you're looking for a solid platformer, this is one of the best on the Switch, and it's absolutely worth the sale price. Right now it's on sale until September 23rd, it's marked down 60% to just $15.99. Alright folks, and here are some other games to check out while you're on the eShop, some series sales, and a kid-friendly game or two as well. Alright folks, that's going to go ahead and wrap up this episode. If you made it this far, thank you as always for watching and hanging out with us for a few minutes again today. We appreciate and value your time, so again thank you. For the new folks, please consider subscribing to join our extended family. We do eShop gift card giveaways. All you have to do to enter is just be sub to the channel, leave a like on the video, and comment on any of the eShop sales videos throughout the week so I can find your name and put you on the current list. Either way though, we hope you had a good time. Please stay safe out there, and we'll let Little Man take us home as always. Bye everyone.
That's all for today's list. We hope you liked the video. If you did, consider subscribing and liking down below. Okay, bye!